hear instead of what you need to hear.
Phil Grande guides you step by step on investing.
You're going to know exactly what the tone of the market is. Do I sell? Do I not sell? Do I buy?
All you need to know is philsgang.com.
Check it out, philsgang.com, philsgang.com.
When the stock market is volatile, how do you invest intelligently?
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. There's no need for you to be panicking in a market that goes up 800 points one day, 700 points, then it goes down again. All you need is good advice, need good direction. You don't get that from your CNBC and the Fox business and all these crazy shows. You don't. Here's what you get from them. Thank you, Jim Cramer. But this is something that this really bugs me. Listen to this.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What? Their responsibility is to their partners and shareholders and not to you? Check my site out, philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need the experience of Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
What a difference it makes in your financial life. philsgang.com. It works.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Phil Grande has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
We want to be the best stewards of taxpayer dollars we can be. So it takes some scrutiny to make sure that those taxpayer dollars are being well shepherded.
Well shepherded? Are you kidding me? What is he talking about? The money that he spends on handouts? The White House? Are you kidding? $300 per week supplement checks. Remember that? The supplemental checks? The free health insurance, the free cell phones. What is he talking about? Now, and then remember, now he's going to forgive more student loans, which that means you and I have to pay for that. What is this guy talking about? I mean, this is insane. And he's talking also about how they're good stewards, right, of money?
We want to be the best stewards of taxpayer dollars we can be.
Best stewards of tax dollars we can be. Okay. Well, right now, if you go back and you can see during the pandemic, the White House was taking hundreds of thousands of dollars and sending it over to some of these Palestinian associations. They're supposed to take care of, the people, but instead that money has been going to Hamas. What's he talking about? Are you kidding me? I mean, he's just not telling the truth. And if you look at all the different programs, I mean, just insane. I mean, remember he gave the what the hell was it? It was $750,000 for fire alarm at the Metropolitan Opera. $3 million for the LGBTQ, lesbian, gay, bisexual, whatever it is, museum. $200 million for Gender Equity and Equality Action Fund. $7.5 million for a study of the domestic radicalization phenomenon. $3.6 million for a Michelle Obama hiking trail. I mean, what's he talking about? What?
We want to be the best stewards of taxpayer dollars.
Best stewards. That's being the best stewards? Are you kidding? $5 million to study the stress on salmon, fish, when it comes to roads and bridges and culverts? This guy's nuts. This is insane. I mean, you could go on all day identifying with the money they're wasting. Then he says this.
But when the president talks about how important it is for manufacturers of food, processed and non-processed, to pass along the kind of savings that they're seeing as inflation comes down to their customers, he really means it. This is very important.
Wait a minute. He caused that to happen because the government is spending more money than they're taking in. And then they come out, they try to push the numbers up, how good the economy's doing. And how they do that is they create more, they expand the government. Let's go build another bridge, build another road. I mean, these guys are just unbelievable. Let's talk about the market, though, first. So we know that the stock market, in the last, if you take from last Friday, we'll say, to where we are now, the market was on its way down, It was having real problems. And the tech stocks, especially the tech stocks, were really falling apart. And Apple was losing about $130 billion of its value. Tesla was losing $32 billion. NVIDIA, if you take last Friday to now, or to yesterday, before they reported, they dropped from February 16th to last night, or to yesterday morning. They dropped $82 a share, or 11%. So you got Tesla losing money, $32 billion gone. You got Apple, $130 billion gone. I mean, they're all losing money. And if you take the Magnificent Sevens as an aggregate, so far from January 1st right through February, where we are today, they lost $316 billion. So, again, you get one stock that comes out and reports. One stock doesn't make a trend. It doesn't make a trend. So, and again, this morning was interesting. We should have been up by 10:30. We should have been up at least 700 points on the Dow. At least 700. Here it is, an hour away from closing. We're up 400 points. That's not shabby. But we should be at 700 points. Why wasn't it there? It always goes to 700 points on a big announcement. How many times have we hit 700 points on announcements that weren't even as important as this, as NVIDIA earnings? And we shot right up to 700 points. But here's what's going on. See, the institutions need to see the big boys, the insurance companies, the hedge funds, the guys that make this market really rock. They need to see a drop in rates before they go in full bore into this rally. That's why this rally is not going to last. If this rally was up 700-800 points, how many times have we been up 700-800 points on things that are not even is a quarter of the importance that these earnings had? So they want to see these earnings. They want to see earnings increase, but they want to see these rates drop. They want to see inflation drop. So they're holding back. So there may not be a follow-through. So we got to watch the volume over the next 3 days and see if there. Remember, a key reversal is when you have the first day, like today, you get a big volume. The second day, you need more volume than the first day. The key to any reversal is the third day has to be more volume than the first 2 days. So that's how you judge it. We have to wait and see. So, and the reason that the market was going down and why the Magnificent Seven was in the red, 316 billion since January 1 to yesterday, is because they were counting, remember the institutions were counting on 3 to 6 rate cuts. But when those rate cuts were scrapped, that's when they started to bail out. And you take a lot of the money went to, they switched from stocks over to bonds. That's why you saw all of a sudden the big tech stocks were starting to drop. And that's not going to change. We're not going to see these rate cuts. And until you see rate cuts, and even more important than the rate cuts, inflation. Our problem is inflation. It's killing us. Until you see inflation starting to drop, you're not going to see money coming in. Not big money. So it's going to be interesting. Also, you got to remember, these high rates are hurting big tech and hurting real estate. Because remember, you haven't seen anything yet. People see this market going. This is another reason we didn't hit 700 this morning right out the gate, which we should have. Because high rates, remember, hurt big tech stocks. And that's another reason we saw that the Magnificent Seven lose $316 billion since January to now. So we have the inflation problem we're facing. And remember, the other big thing is these high rates is killing us with housing, real estate. Housing starts were down. That's the biggest since April 2020.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. What does it take to be a successful investor in the stock market? Developing your skills and learning from an expert like Phil Grande and philsgang.com.
It doesn't have to be hard or complicated to learn how to invest in stocks properly. It's like anything else. You're going to golf, or you're going to learn how to play tennis, ski. You need to be with someone, learn off of them, one-on-one. Now that can be really expensive, cost thousands of dollars, but I have a program that you can join for 10 days free.
Go to philsgang.com and sign up for a free 10-day trial. Phil Grande has developed tools to teach you how to invest in stocks properly. Not only when to buy stocks, but how to sell stocks short.
85% of people in the market lose money. Get out of that group by just joining Phil's Gang.
Now you can learn to invest like a pro with a pro, Phil Grande. Take advantage of this special offer for a free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
Try it. 10 days free.
That's philsgang.com.
philsgang.com.
This message is for those of you asking the question, what do you think the stock market is going to do?
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Well, you don't have to ask that question when you listen to my radio show, because you're going to know exactly what the market's going to do. You're going to know if the market's going to go up, you're going to know if the market's going to go down, or the market's not going to go anywhere.
Phil Grande and philsgang.com takes the worry out of investing.
Pay attention to my show, philsgang.com. It's fun, entertaining, and you get the greatest information, especially stock picks.
That's philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
So welcome back to Phil's Gang. So I told my members today, I said, look, do not chase these tech stocks today, especially NVIDIA. I said, if you're in NVIDIA, which we have been in NVIDIA for a long time, sell into NVIDIA, take profits. Now, most of my gang probably took their profits before earnings. You don't want to go into earnings, and because you can get killed. And what if this thing went down 10, 15, 20%? So you're always better off taking your profits before earnings, but most people don't do that. So I told them, if you didn't do what you're supposed to do, and you caught this bit of luck, make sure you sell into these earnings and put those profits in your pocket. You don't have to get out totally. Just set a stop for small, keep a small share and then put a stop in. And the idea, remember, this rally is one stock. Now, off of this one stock, you've got all these tourists coming in. They're all buying anything that, any kind of semiconductor, micron technology. I mean, they don't know what they're doing. They're just jumping into the market. But you got to watch that volume. Watch the volume. Because the volume is not increasing over the next 3 days. if you jump in today and you haven't been in these stocks and you don't have any wood in the game, meaning you don't have any profits from being in these stocks going back to October 2022 or October 2023. See, most of our members have been in this stock, especially NVIDIA, but all these tech stocks since October 2022. And if they didn't stay in, then a lot of them got back in 2023 after we shorted the stocks from July 2023. Because remember, July of 2023, not only did these tech stocks get clobbered, but so did the bank stocks, and we shorted them. And it was only October 2023 when they rigged the market to go back up did we have a rally of about 23%, which made no sense, because interest rates were at 5%. But the point is, this is when people get hurt. But you know, you just got to be careful. But again, you know, listen to what, you know, everybody's saying, what a great economy we have. Strong.
The state of our economy is strong. The state of our economy.
The economy is remaining strong.
Yellen, she drives me nuts. The economy is remaining strong? Now, you got to listen to these cuts. Kennedy, Congressman Kennedy, he is funny as hell. And he went after Yellen because she's saying that she's going, that prices are, we don't need to lower rates. We don't need to lower rates. Here, I'll play it. Let's start over here first. This is unbelievable.
I don't expect the level of prices to go down, but the rate of inflation.
So they're here to stay.
Well, some prices will be higher than they were before the pandemic and will stay higher, but wages have risen considerably.
You don't think we need to get these prices down? You think it's okay that bacon's up 20% under President Biden, chicken's up 23.5%, coffee's up 30%, gas is up 44%, new cars and trucks are up 20% because people can't afford that's used cars, because people can't afford a new car. They're up 24% under Bidenomics. You don't think we need to get these prices?
Wages are also up, and wages are up
They're
more.
not up 24%. They're not up 27%. They're not up 23%. They're not up 31%.
I'm sorry, but what is...
People are really getting good at barely getting by because of Bidenomics.
Look, American households have many pressures on their budgets, and President Biden is devoted to doing what we can as an administration.
Wait a minute. Devoted to what? Devoted to what? Spending, the government continues to spend more than it takes in tax revenue? You know, this is amazing. We're being told the economy's strong. If that were the case, then why is it that productivity is at historic lows? And why is it that Biden keeps piling on to the national debt each quarter, $1 trillion? What are you, nuts strong? And then on top of that, running deficits of $2 trillion a year. That's strong? Strong economies, I hate to tell you. What the hell her name is? Aunt B. Hate to tell you, Aunt B. Okay? I don't know. I know you graduated from Princeton and Harvard and Yale and every college out there, but you're a dope. You got robbed. You paid too much for your degrees. Maybe you went to school just to be a Marxist. Maybe it was worth it for you to become a Marxist, study about Marxists. But are you kidding? Strong economies do not sit there and pile on their national debt each quarter $1 trillion, and each year a $2 trillion in deficit. And strong economies do not. They just don't. What they do is the opposite. Because strong economies, remember, have strong productivity. We have terrible productivity. 70-year low productivity. Why? Because they made a decision. The White House made a decision. We became president. We're going to get rid of productivity, and we're going to replace it with increased money supply. Are you out of your mind? That's what they did. Because they wanted to, and remember, they wanted to rally the market. So they said, look, we don't need productivity, hell with that, because productivity, sure, eventually, stock markets go up, because if you increase productivity, the stock market goes up, earnings go up, wages go up, people have more savings, they spend more, the economy grows, your standard of living goes up. Of course. But that's not what he did. He said, never mind that. We don't need to do that. If we just keep printing money and keep expanding the money supply, we can grow the economy. It's not working. It's not working. The reason we have this inflation, and the reason when Biden took office 2021 to last Friday, February 16th, the tech stocks are going down because Bidenomics is not working, just like Kennedy said.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When the stock market is volatile, how do you invest intelligently?
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. There's no need for you to be panicking in a market that goes up 800 points one day, 700 points, then it goes down again. All you need is good advice, need good direction. You don't get that from your CNBC and the Fox Business and all these crazy shows. You don't. Here's what you get from them. Thank you, Jim Cramer. But this is something that this really bugs me. Listen to this.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What? Their responsibility is to their partners and shareholders and not to you? Check my site out, philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need the experience of Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
What a difference it makes in your financial life. philsgang.com. It works.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
What is true is that the median worker in the United States, if you compare today with 2019, can buy the same basket of goods with $1,400 left over to save or spend. So Americans, on average, are better off in spite of the fact that the level of prices is higher.
What is she, nuts? Where's she getting that from? She's out of her mind. She's just a bold-faced liar. First of all, under Trump, the households enjoyed, because inflation was down big time, right, to about 1.5%. I think I'm correct with that number, but it was down low, which was putting in a family's household an extra $6,000 a year. That's right. $6,000 more of buying power, purchasing power. Under Biden, the same household under him, they are losing nearly $5,000, $4,800 to be truthful, $4,800 in purchasing power. Coming out of their pocket, they're scrambling, they can't make it. So they're using their credit cards. And their credit cards are at historic highs, for God's sakes. Credit cards, $1.5 trillion? And the majority of 63% of these cardholders are not paying their card. They're rolling them over. And they're willing to pay 23% interest, which means you're paying $23 on every $100 in debt. This is insane. Inflation's killing us. So if you go back, and as I said yesterday on my radio show and podcast, I said the reason we're having all this inflation is due to the increased money supply. That's the worst thing you can do, is keep increasing money supply, unless that money supply is increasing productivity. But they knew it wasn't increasing productivity. They didn't care. They wanted to get all their social programs out there. The monetary policies they put in place was all social. Hiking trails and the LBGQ museum and all this stuff. It's all social. It's okay to print money and even borrow money if you're going to have productivity. Then you can make up for it. That's not what they did. So now, as far as raising, once they had that inflation, what they did was what they call show raises. That's right, show raises. A quarter, 75, quarter, 50, 75. They didn't go through with the, cut the chase hike like Volcker did, going and bam, 10%, let's knock this thing down, because they didn't want to knock it down. Since Biden's been in office, since January 2021 to last Friday, February 16th, prices for essentials are still too high. The groceries are up 19.8%, 20% still. And bacon and chicken and coffee, all the things we need, gas and autos, and you gotta be kidding me. What are they talking about? Now, the Magnificent Seven took a hit. They've been losing money from January to yesterday. They took a hit. They lost $316 billion. They're going down, not up. Apple lost $130 billion. Tesla lost $332 billion. NVIDIA last Friday was dropping. It dropped 11%. We did a swing trade short on it. 11%. Dropped $82. Again, there's no rate cuts. That's why that's happening. When you say you're going to have 3 to 6 rate cuts and that doesn't happen, people run to bonds, and that's what they were doing, and that's why these stocks were going down. So you got to be very careful. One day doesn't make a trend or change sentiment. And I said, in fact, by 10:35 this morning, I was telling my gang members when we were trading, I said, look at this. We should be at 700 points. This thing's not going to last. They said, let's see what happens in the next 2-3 days. If this doesn't hit 700 by the time we close, this thing is going to be a failed rally. See, institutions, they need to see the rate inflation drop. It's not dropping. Until inflation drops or rate cuts, they're not going to keep investing. That's why we're not up 600-700 points, which we should be. And remember what they know. This inflation is hurting big tech. They know that. See, you got all these people buying today who are shorting because they saw the market. See, they saw the tech stocks going down from January 1st to yesterday, January 21. So they were shorting. They were shorting. The big institutions were pulling their money out. They were shorting it. It was dropping, not going up, because high rates hurt big tech. So when you have the Fed short-term rate at 5.4, that kills tech. And you have the 10-year Treasury at 4.3, that hurts tech. Now, it's but they've been going up. Yes, because you got all these people, these tourists jumping in buying. But you don't have the institutions. Now, the other big problem with the rate hikes, why they're getting out, is because of the market, and they went to bonds, is because January, housing starts fell 15% from December. That's the largest decline since 2020. Now, Biden keeps boasting how, the market's rallying, Wait a minute. Rallying? What are you talking about? The rally is done. The rally occurred since October 2022 up to February 2023 with printing money. Keep printing money. They keep on doing the same thing. They keep printing money, and they keep going in and going to the banks and buying all their crap, and then the banks loan the CEOs, and the CEOs take the money and buying their own stocks. QE hasn't stopped. They're still doing they've been doing $90 billion, okay, a month. $90 billion a month. I think I have to look it up when it stopped, but they're still doing. And then the other thing they've been doing is when they said they stopped doing QE, but they don't tell you, all the interest they get that's on the stuff on their balance sheet, they do QE with that. So people don't know what's happening. So these stocks, if you go and take a look at these stocks, every one of these tech stocks right now, okay, yeah, they're rallying here. I'm going to put them up for us right here, okay. If you look at Netflix, for example, we had that big gap up, and it really hasn't been going really, I'm sorry, not Meta, I'm talking about Meta. Once Meta gapped up, notice it's just been going sideways, but we're not getting a lot of interest to push it much higher. Because when you gap a stock from $399, say $400, up to $454, you skip that trading, you're using a lot of your ammo. And it takes quite a while before you get enough buyers in to break out to a higher range again. Now, I'm not saying Meta can't go up more. Of course it can. It's consolidating now. But just because everybody looked at Meta gapping up, they got excited, then all of a sudden it stopped. That's what I'm talking about when you see NVIDIA going up. Remember what happened to Meta. Remember what happened to Amazon when that gapped up. And if it wasn't for NVIDIA last night, those earnings, the gap up in Meta would be coming down making lows today. We'd be shorting it. Amazon, we'd be shorting it. That rally in NVIDIA last night saved all these gap ups that we're now starting to rotate back. They're going to start going down and filling in those positions. You know what the stocks you want to be with. Okay, when we get back, I'll talk about the stock group you want to be with. You're in the wrong group right now. If you're still in the tech group, you are in the wrong group. You should have been in that group with us long ago. But now you should be in another group, and I'll explain that when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
As the new year approaches, make a resolution to challenge yourself to become the best investor you can be. Phil Grande can take your trading to a whole new level. Innovative stock market investing tools and the experience of over 50 years combined to give you the edge in controlling your financial future. As a Phil's Gang member, you're taught the essential strategies of investing using stock charts, training videos, and seminars. It's information Wall Street doesn't want you to know. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
If you invest in the stock market, take a moment for this important advice.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You've got to stop listening to the fake business news networks because they tell you what you want to hear instead of what you need to hear.
Phil Grande guides you step by step on investing.
You're going to know exactly what the tone of the market is. Do I sell? Do I not sell? Do I buy?
All you need to know is philsgang.com.
Check it out, philsgang.com, philsgang.com.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
When I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works, Join today at philsgang.com. Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grande can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, so again, today, because we had this big rally in NVIDIA, and we didn't hit, we should have been at 700. I'm very suspect of this rally. And let me tell you, as I said, you got to remember, since January 1st to yesterday, those big tech stocks, Magnificent Seven, have been selling off, losing value because they're not going to get their cuts, their rate cuts, and inflation's too high. So do you think one day of this is going to fix all that? So what we've been doing is, for example, yes, we bought Microsoft, and we were up, I think, in Microsoft, about 20, we got in Microsoft was around, I don't know, around $328, and then we got out somewhere around $400, 21%. Then what we did is we rotated, back into GE. And so again, you want to, so what you got going here is you got GE that's nice and strong and going up, but you got Microsoft that's going down. You got JP Morgan. We rotated out of our Tesla to JP Morgan. JP Morgan's going up beautifully. JP Morgan's up about 21%. And then again, we rotated out of Meta into the industrials, XLI. They're going up, but Meta is going down. Now remember, same thing with Amazon. We rotated out of Amazon. We rotated into American Express. Apple, we rotated into Costco. So, and Tesla, we rotated into Target. So that you got to know when to rotate. And people today are jumping back in these stocks, but you got to really watch and know if this market's coming down or not. Keep an eye on, and this is free, keep an eye on this. When you see Meta gapped up, you need to see in the next 2 days where Meta breaks out. No, it was at 405, it went up to 470, and it couldn't get any higher. And for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost two trading weeks, it couldn't break out. There was no energy, no volume. Today it went up because people are covering their short positions. Now what you need to see, if in the next 3 trading days, if that stock can get up beyond 500 and you got good volume, better than average volume, then you know it's going to stick. And you're going to know the same thing with Amazon. Just because Amazon went up today, remember, Amazon couldn't get out of its own way after it gapped up from 159 up to 171. It couldn't get any higher. It tried and it failed. It went to like 174 and it came down to 165 again. Only because of NVIDIA going up last night, it gapped up this morning. So what you got to do is take these gap up stocks. I'll give them to you. Meta, big gap up. Amazon is a big gap up. Just watch those two. And in the next 3 days, trading days, you want to see big volume. Then you know, okay, then everything's going to work out. Techs are going to be back in favor again and not value stocks. But if you join our gang, you're going to know when to be in value stocks. You're going to know when to be in tech stocks. It's like you're trading right next to us, sitting right in the same chair. Well, not in the same chair, but you're sitting right next to us. You're learning off of myself. You're learning off of Steve, Willie. That's how you learn to invest in stocks. Not reading some book, listening to some idiot on TV. I don't care what sport it is, basketball, golf, soccer. If you have a mentor, you have someone you're watching, you're one-on-one with them, that's how you learn. That's what we do here. That's how we teach here. Try it for 10 days, see if it works for you. But going back to again, what's going on. Biden is boasting, right, that about this recent stock market rally. He's taking credit for it. But wait a minute. From October 2022 to February 2024, the S&P 500, yes, it hit 5,000 for the first time in history. I get that. But remember, the Biden bull stock market is not based on sound footing. Stocks are not going up because of increased business investment, which increases productivity, which increases earnings. No, we're on a foundation of quicksand. Because you know what pushed the stocks up? Money supply. What else does money supply push up? That's right, you got it. Pushes up inflation. And so by replacing business investment and productivity, okay, with QE, stock buybacks, which is money, which is increasing your money supply, okay, it doesn't work. In fact, what he doesn't say when he says how great the stock market, because of him in the last 3 years, went up terrific. No, wait a minute. Why does he tell the truth? In fact, if you go back to his first 3 years in office, the stock market lost 20%. He doesn't mention that. And this recent rally we had from October 2022, but 2023 to February, that recent rally, that was done with financial engineering or trickery. We had a rally in a 5% interest rate. When from July 2023 to October, it dropped because of a high inflation rate, a 5% rate. So why would it go up in a 5% atmosphere when it just came down in a 5% atmosphere? And the answer is financially engineered. But what he doesn't tell you, he tells you how great his market was in his first 3 years in office. But he doesn't tell you the truth. He lost 20%. If you separate it out, he lost 20%. And all this rally did was make him even. Make him even. Come on, what are you, nuts? You know, see what the fake Business News Network doesn't know when they report, and what they don't want us to know, actually, that stocks are record highs right now. And the increased values, okay, these increased values, okay, are going down. They're losing the increased value of these stocks. The values are going down. And what Biden, what's causing these stocks to drop, these magnificent 7 stocks from January to last night, was all this inflation. All this inflation is killing us. Because remember what happens, people don't want to buy stocks. And when you don't buy stocks, the companies don't have the money for, investment and so forth. So remember, the other thing too, what they don't mention about this rally, right, that he's bragging about, is, when he won't talk about, is that the price level in dollars of everything else has doubled. So we're no better off based on what you can purchase with those dollars. Or a company's no better off what they can purchase with profits. You see, inflation eats up your profits. Inflation eats up your purchase power. So even if the market rallied, it doesn't matter, because your dollars went down in value. You can't purchase as much. So it doesn't really matter you had that rally. And especially when, and the proof is, under Trump, a household had $6,000 extra at the end of the year. Under this guy, they're in a hole, $4,500, and they need their credit card to try to bail out of the hole. Look, join my gang. It's free for 10 days. And it's fun, because you're going to learn. You're going to be working right with us. When the market opens at 9:30, you're going to be inside our portfolio. And we do actual trading inside our portfolio. And that's how you learn. I mean, that's the best way to learn, isn't it? Instead of read some book or listen to some dope on CNBC or Fox News. This is the hot stock this week. Are you nuts? So the big problem that we have right now, okay, is this rally that we're in. This one-day rally, I'm still watching going into the closing. We're still not even at 600, never mind 700. In the last quarter, remember 2023, the total credit card debt surged by $50 billion to $1.13 trillion, a total, that's a record. And total household debt has reached an all-time high at $17.5 trillion. So consumers are tapped out, man. So if things were so strong, the economy, then why is inflation up 20% but wages up 50%? Hear what she said when she was lying, yelling, yeah, but wages are up. We don't need to drop interest rates. Wages are up. She's lying. I don't think she's lying. She's a dope. She's a dope. Inflation's been up 20% since Biden's been in office. Wages have been up 15%, and they're lying about that, but we'll give it to him. So what's he talking about? It's unbelievable. Look, join the gang. 10 days is free. At the end of 10 days, you're going to say, God, I wish I did that a long time ago. At least you'll understand how the market works.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.